I accept myself. I love myself. I see myself. I feel myself. I hear myself. This is how I can and I cultivate radical acceptance because the power of my essence tells me so. And through all of seeing and hearing and feeling, it all revolves to the treasure is you. Welcome, beautiful treasures. Welcome. Radical acceptance. We are being told during this podcast to learn how to accept all parts of ourselves. That means the part of you that you didn't know was you. The part of you that is shameful. The part of you that is guilty. The part of you that is lazy. The part of you that denies. That is stubborn. That develops blindness, that doesn't care. We are being told in this podcast to have radical acceptance because it's you. It is you. All of it is you. So in this podcast, we are slowing down the narrative. We are focusing on you. So right now, get yourself a journal, get a pen, get your iPhone, maybe your computer, your notebook or notepad, and begin to write down right now the parts of you that you love. You love the sincere you. You love the caring you. You love the happy you. You love the compassionate you. You love the collaborative you. You love those parts of yourself. Now, there's always a flip side. Because we have many aspects, beautiful ones. This is what this podcast is about. So you can understand you. So you don't deny you. And that's a major one. Denial. So you can see you. And I'm going to give you a little indication to how you see yourself, which we all experience these things every day. But we never knew it was us because we weren't taught that. No, we weren't taught any of what I'm sharing. We had to go through the life journey, figure it out by trial and error, by insight, by slowing down, by understanding certain aspects of ourselves. And then at times you may come across a person such as myself that have gone through all of it and is still going through things, because as long as we are all living this life journey, we are meant to go through these ups and downs, these storms. But it's how do we handle these ups and downs, these obstacles, huh? How do we handle it? That's the thing. That's the key. Yeah, how do we handle these things when they arise in your life? Yeah. So take note of that. How do you respond? Or do you respond? Because let's just face it, the majority of humanity reacts. Yeah, it's a difference. It's a difference in reacting versus responding. Yeah. Reaction is you allowing that experience to throw you off, to make you feel like you have to react in a certain way. Yeah. And the reason being why a lot of us react in a certain way is because of many reasons. We see others react. Yeah, because we are masters of replication. We replicate what another person is doing. And then, because we are sentient beings, empathetic beings, we have emotions, and our emotions are what is guiding. It is what is directing our expressions, because this person hurt me. So I got to do this to that person. I got to do this to that person because that person hurt me. That's reacting. Yeah, it's reacting. It's superficial. You may feel, but we are supposed to allow ourselves to feel. Because when you do feel, in that feeling, you will receive some type of truth, whether you like it or not. So if you react every single time something happens out of character for you, what do you think is going to happen to you? You're going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, like a yo-yo. And we're not meant to be up and down, and up and down, like a yo-yo. No, we're not meant to be that way. Because that means your emotional body is not intact, because you are allowing for every experience to take you on a high or a low, depending on what it is. So that's the difference between reacting and responding. When you respond, you allow the experience to happen. You calmly respond. You don't react. You respond. And when you respond, guess what happens? You are more equipped to resolve if anything needs to be resolved. That's the difference. When you react, you're out of control. You don't know how to handle things because you're reacting. So reactions are indicators of your beliefs of you. Okay, so write that down too. So whatever you believe about yourself, if you react in a certain way that is not really you, then what do you think is happening? Are you playing a character? Are you putting on a performance? Ask yourself, write down the answer. But when you respond, you allow yourself to come up with a resolution if a resolution is needed. You don't react. So radical acceptance is keying in to that part of you that reacts. This is why you're taking notes. So if you react, as I said, every time to everything, then what does that say about you? Write it down. Because we're not meant to react to everything. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you can't react, but if you really think about it, and I don't want you to think about it too long, as I said, if you reacted to every single thing in your life, that will drain you. Yes, it will take your energy because you're reacting to everything. That means you're not grounded. You don't have any control over your emotions. Okay, write that down. Write that down, dear ones, because a lot of people I know do react. And a lot of reasons why people react is because the majority of humanity reacts. Yeah, because they don't know what else to do. So they react to whatever is happening because they don't know what else to do but to react. So jot all of that down. Realize that there's a difference between reacting and responding. Now, we have to honor both, but at least acknowledge these two responses. Check in with yourself to see what do you do. And when you find out what you do, if you don't like reacting, then guess what? You can change it because you don't want to waste your energy. You don't want to be up and down like a yo-yo. Or maybe you do want to be up and down like a yo-yo. But it's showing you that your emotional body is not in a rhythm that can handle certain experiences that might make you feel high and that might make you feel low. So radical acceptance is learning all of that. Yeah. We have to learn all of those qualities, all of those beliefs. We have to understand those things because it helps us to heal ourselves. And by us talking about it is healing. I'm letting you know every episode on my podcast is a healing session because we are talking about subjects that we don't talk about in the real world. What do we talk about? Well, we talk about things on social media, challenges, and what this person's been doing for 30 days, and what was on the television, and what was on Netflix. Yeah, we talk about those things. Are those things relevant in your life? Are those things going to help you elevate? It's going to help you become better? Maybe. It just depends on what it is, right? But what is being shared is that we have to key in to these parts of ourselves that at times show up out of the blue and you don't know what to do. Yeah, you don't know what to do. So, usually, what humanity does is reach outside of ourselves for a substance, for another form of distraction, television, okay? Because there's so many distractions. I mean, we can write a book. We can write many books on distractions of the world. Yeah, there's so many of them. But when we have radical acceptance, as I said, you can key into that part of you that is insecure. Yes, the insecure part of you. Key into that. What makes you insecure? Is it society telling you you have to be a certain way? Is it your family telling you to not be a certain way or to be a certain way? You see what I'm saying? There's so many things and people that have influence over us. We don't want to admit it, but it does in some shape or form, unless we develop a strong foundation where you are grounded in your truth, if you even know what your truth is. You are cultivating your presence of love, your presence of compassion, your presence of truth, kindness, joy, creativeness. Yeah. When we begin to start cultivating those expressions of ourselves, then guess what happens? We are making space for that, for those things. So then all those distractions, they start to fade away because we are now practicing radical acceptance of ourselves. Yeah. So if you find yourself at any time of the day reacting a certain experience, just key into that. Yeah. Key into, why am I reacting? Why? Yeah. Journal this down. Journal it, because this is going to help you to accept what is happening. Yeah. Whatever is happening, we have to accept it because it's happening. And it's happening for a reason. Yeah. It is happening for a reason. That's for all of us. So when we take the time to journal and write these things down, guess what? You're learning about you. You're learning to accept yourself because you are making this space to understand yourself. Wow. I think that's brilliant, to understand yourself, because the more of us who understands ourselves, we make this world an understanding world. Yeah, because we are all understanding. We are realizing that, yes, we are going to have moments where we will react. But then when we react, we need to figure out, well, why am I reacting? What's happening here? There's a reason for it. There's a reason for all of the things that happens. And that's what we're doing. We're keying in to those parts of ourselves, that the insecure, I said, the victimhood, the guiltiness, the jealousy, the envy, all of these things. Jot it down. If any of these things show up for you, jot it down to find out, why am I envious? Is it me being envious, or am I tapping into the collective pull of energy that is envious? Is it really me? Seriously, you have to ask these questions. And the reason why you have to is because we all encompass the whole. We all pick up information, beautiful ones, from the quantum field. And the quantum field is where all ideas, all of our history resides. So we tap into it all the time, but we don't realize that we're tapping into anything because what? We live in a world that is full of distractions. So there's so many distractions that you don't even realize the functioning of this universe, which is the functioning of you. You don't really key into that because of the distractions. So here in this podcast, we're keying in to radical acceptance because we are learning to accept all parts of ourselves. That means the non-physical parts of ourselves that resides in different dimensions, okay? Different planes of existence, different planets, different times of the day. Yeah, we are tapping into all of that. So, beautiful ones, just take the time to practice radical acceptance. And let me tell you, you are going to see a difference in your life because you are making the space to understand these parts of you that you did not know was you. And by the way, when you see another person behave in a way that you don't like, that person is showing you you. That's what I'm trying to share with you. Yeah, it took me a while to understand that, but yes, that's how it happens. Don't be alarmed. Just be armed with wisdom and know that that is what is taking place. When you witness a person doing something you don't like, they are showing you you. Okay, so jot that down in your journal and learn from that. Because what did I say? We encompass the whole, beautiful ones. So the whole, there's no exclusions. The whole means the whole. Okay, so we can't pretend and act like, oh no, that's not me. Yes, it is. On a collective level, it is. On an individual level, you have the opportunity to change that. That's our uniqueness. That's our greatness. That's what's so beautiful. That is what is so beautiful and unique about us is we have the opportunity in every moment to rise and to be true and not to follow the collective mindset that says you're a victim. Okay, that says that you're not worthy, you're insecure, okay, you're envious, that you hate this. No, that's the collective. That's the collective. Yeah, I'm stressing that because a lot of people get confused because, for one, they're not aware that when a person does something in front of you, that they are showing you you. Yeah, you want to deny that it's you, but it is you. And I'm sharing that with you so you can understand that you truly encompass the whole, the whole, the whole universe, because the universe is you. All right, beautiful ones, I hope you found some insight. Practice today radical acceptance of you, and you will see many new aspects of yourself, and you will get to change the aspects that you are aware of because you are now making the space to be radically accepting of you. All right, beautiful ones. Take care. And remember as well that the treasure is you.